Hey, what's up? This is Dave, and I am building my own gear. Today I'm building a simple 555 clock. We're going to use the clock for all kinds of stuff, mainly for clocking a sequencer. I wanted to use the 555 timer again because I have a ton of them on hand, and it can easily spit out a 0 to 5 volt square wave for clocking. In order to get a 0 to 5 volt square wave out of the 555 timer, the IC needs to be powered by 5 volts. Since I'm using 12 volts to power the entire circuit, I had to use a 7805 voltage regulator to power the IC. In this design, I also buffered the signal coming out of the 555 timer with a TL072 op amp. This buffer is there just to ensure that I get 0 to 5 volts at the output. For this project, I used the electrical junction box again for an enclosure. These are really good for prototyping purposes because they're so cheap. In the Atari Punk console build, I used some standoffs to keep the perf board from touching the bottom of the enclosure, but this time I just put some electrical tape on the bottom. I think it works pretty good. Alright, now let's give it a test. I've hooked it up to the BeatStep Pro. That's the bottom of the pot. So we get about 79 BPM, and then as I go higher, you can see that it keeps increasing. At its maximum, I typically get about 139, 140-ish for the top end of the BPM. So for my purposes, that's pretty good. Anyway, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. And I will see you next week with another video.